Mr. Chair.
Te kai whakahaere, ka mihi. Sir, I would like to speak, I know this is probably one of the final calls from this themes debate, but I want to speak about Maori development and treaty settlements. We've heard tonight, in the last sort of couple of days, but particularly tonight, from my colleagues on the other side of the House, talking about the Ministry of Māori Development. And a lot of that, sir, was very much around the glass being half empty. What I want to do is just talk a little bit about Māori development, because one thing that has stood out to me after going through the financial review of the Ministry of Māori Development were a lot of the initiatives that they're championing to build and strengthen the Māori economy. One example is that they provided was a launch of the Māori Economic Development Strategy in the Bay of Plenty. Sir, this had been a culmination of 2 years of development with input from more than 200 iwi members and Māori business representatives. Sir, when you look at the Māori Business Facilitation Services, it's out there supporting many of the initiatives like this one to promote Māori business growth. And such as there's a joint project in Te Waiponamu down south with Ngaitahu and also the tertiary institutions in Dunedin. Sir, this government is also promoting Māori science and innovation, recently giving the vision of the Mātauraka Science Fund. And sir, there was an extra boost to that funding of $1.9 million. Sir, the other thing is also to acknowledge the great work being done by organisations such as the New Zealand Māori Tourism under the leadership of Pānia Tyson Nathan. Sir, it is clear that the ongoing development of the Māori economy is slowly but surely giving Māori the key to their own destiny. We often hear and use, and we do use this term, sir, Māori aspirations, but it can mean different things to different people. To me, sir, when we talk about Māori aspirations, it's a reflection of what matters to Māori and their whānau, and it's about really holistic well-being. When an iwi can manage its own economy, it has the ability to build its own platform to invest in its people and transform its aspirations into positive outcomes. Sir, in turn, that builds strong whānau and strong communities. Sir, over the last 2 days, I've heard a litany from the other side of the House and playing down the importance of economic development, which would result in keeping more Māori dependent on the government for their livelihood. Sir, on this side of the House, we say no to this sort of defeatist attitude. We have focused on economic growth over the last 6 years, and as a result, wages have gone up by 15%. And we have focused on getting people off welfare and into work, and that is why we now have 80,000 people back in jobs or in jobs. But the growth of the Māori economy, sir, has the potential to benefit Māori even further through the settlement of historic treaty claims. That is why it was so disheartening over the 9 long years of a Labour government to see the settlement process all but stall. Sir, this government has signed 47 deeds of settlement. This government has signed 47 deeds of settlement over the last 6 years. That is compared to a pitiful 16 signed by the Helen Clark government when they were there for 9 years. That is a statistic. That is a statistic that really reflects that. Sir, it was a national government that got settlements moving in the 90s. Labour put the brakes on, and so now under National, things are moving fast forward very, very quickly. Sir, the Māori economy continues to grow, and it is growing very quickly under this government's programs of treaty settlements. It is that growth, along with the strong development in the rest of the economy, that gives me much hope for the economic future for Māori. This government, sir, has turned around an economy which was sinking under Labour. We now have some of the highest levels. Thank
Right
you.
Honourable Winston Peters.
The Speaker, let me say